Hey, please like and subscribe the video. I'm trying to get back out there. I'll be streaming more soon. Thank you. Alright, so the first thing you want to do when you start out on this map is you want to go ahead and set Sada if you have her. You set her right here in this location. It's the best one that I have found, and it will pretty much hold out for a while. You'll be able to save up enough money that you can get your wizard and, you know, be able to build on from there. So this is what I do, and I would recommend it. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get our wizard. We're going to set it down right here. Okay, so this is actually a strategic spot. And the thing for that is that in Chimps, you cannot sell your towers, okay? So once it's there forever. So we're going to turn this into the Prince of Darkness. So I want it, and a Necromancer before that, of course. So I want it to have the maximum efficiency of having balloons popped in its radius, therefore making the graveyard much bigger. And that's going to be very important later on in the game. Alright, so on round 14 you want to get your wizard up to a wall of fire. If not, you will be overran by just the sheer number of balloons that come out. So you're going to make sure that you have your wall of fire up by round 14. Very important. Alright, so here on round 18, you want to go ahead and get up that Druid, because we're going to need to get the Druid of the jungle for the vines. The vines are going to help us out a great amount. And also, you want to place them in this area here, even though that your vines are not going to pop, the balloons inside of the Necromancer's radius. The Druid's actual projectiles will, though. So, and like I said before, every single pop counts. Alright, so here at the beginning of round 34, you want to go ahead and get up your Necromancer, and that's going to help you do a lot of the cleanup for what is to come. Okay, so the Necromancer is a vital piece to this whole strategy, okay? So, as long as you can get the Necromancer up by round 34, I believe that you will be good and you'll be okay. You'll be able to walk through this no problem at all. Alright, so round 38 is when I go ahead and I start making my Moab Maulers, and that way that it's there and it's ready for round 40. And as I said before, you definitely want to make sure that you put them in front of your Necromancer, but still in range. That way it will be able to pop the Moab first before any of the other towers can get there, because that's our main Moab damage dealers, okay? Then the Necromancer is there to help clean up all the insides, and look, picture perfect. I like to use the 032 Maulers. Personally, that's just what I like to use, and I set them to strong. That way that it is definitely going after the strongest balloon there, which is usually the Moab, and that's what they're, designed for. So, let's put them to use. Alright, so after you deal with all of that, and you deal with the Moab, and it's done, it's gone. So now round 44 is when we're going to set down our first engineer. We're going to build a balloon trap. We're going to set them up by the wall. That way it has no chance of popping any of the balloons before they go into the trap. That way you get the maximum efficiency out of your balloon trap. And as you see, as long as you go for the 204 balloon trap, it'll be able to constantly set that trap out. You'll be good. The only problem to this is that now your Necromancer's not getting as many balloons in its radius popped, you know what I'm saying? So now your graveyard is going to suffer. But the upside to this is that now you're in the later rounds. There's going to be more Moabs that come out, and that is where you're going to get your graveyard balloons from. So it's okay now. It's okay for the trap. You're good right now, I promise. Alright, so around round 51, 52, that's when you're going to want to start building a little bit more defense, because now it's going to start getting a little bit crazy, and the balloon trap's not going to be able to keep up. So we're going to go ahead and build a cluster bomb eventually into a recursive cluster under a discount village. The reason we're doing that is that eventually the discount village will most likely go into being a primary. Round 64, we get up the Prince of Darkness to help take out the big chunks of Moabs. once you get up to about the mid 70s, you can go ahead and start spamming all of your Moab Maulers eventually into the Assassins, and you make sure that you upgrade the village to the primary mentoring, and eventually into expert. Okay, so from round 79 forward, you're going to need to get a Dart Monkey down and turn it into a Crossbow Master. You are going to need this, okay? It might not seem like it looks like your defense is good, but trust me, you need the Crossbow Master, guys. Alright guys, so this is exactly why I was making such a big deal about the placement of the wizard and the graveyard and such. And if you look now, if I didn't have the Prince of Darkness and the graveyard amount that I do have, there's no way that I could survive this. I mean, the balloons and the DDTs alone, they would have just taken me out. So the Prince of Darkness combined with the Crossbow Master pretty much cleaned up everything like that for me. And that is why I love this strategy. Alright, well here comes our last challenge of this match, and that is the BAD. Alright, so we have the Mauler Assassin abilities, and that's what we're going to spam over and over again. And we will pop it before it's even close to being out of range, and it will have enough time for the Crossbow Master and the Prince of Darkness to clean it up. And, you know, just to be safe, I go ahead and I get a recursive cluster at the bottom, just in case any stray balloons get along, because this is Chimps now. You only have one life, and that would be really bad if, you know, I came all this way, you've played forever, and you lose because of one stray balloon. That would just be awful. But, you know, like I said, here we go. We've popped it, and you've just won Chimps. And now you will go and receive your black border if you've already completed the other stages of this map. But